Rally phase of the German phase of the 6th term. Wind change 9, no wind change. German units rally attempt. 1 squad attempted to auto-rally on 20 DD5 with modifiers of +4, D-aim, +1, auto-rally, -1, building. 4 + 4, 8, squad recovers morale. Units rally attempt on 20 BB6 with modifiers of -1, leader, -1, building. 11 - 2, 9, leader 9 - 1 recovers morale. 6 - 2, 4, squad recovers morale. 8 - 2, 6, half squad recovers morale. German leaders auto-rally attempt on 20 V6 with modifiers of +4, D-aim, +1, auto-rally, -1, building. 4 + 4, 8, leader recovers morale. Squad rally attempt on the same day hex with the modifier +2. 5 + 2, 7, the squad recovers morale. Attempt to rally the squad in 20S7 with the modifier -2, leader, building. 6 - 2, 4, the squad recovers morale with 100% success of the rallies attempted in this German rally. Now it's the Soviets' turn. Attempt to rally the units in 20Z3 with the modifiers -1, leader, -1, building, +4, D-aim. 8 + 2, 10, the leader fails to recover morale. 7 + 2, 9, the squad fails to recover morale. Attempt to recover the functioning of the medium machine gun requiring 2 or less to recover. 2. The machine gun recovers its function. Prep fire phase. The Germans decide to opt for a more conservative approach and will move the units near the Soviet fortress to positions where they can recover the concealment marker from these units. Movement phase. Leader and squad in 20S7 for S6 in assault movement. In this hex they suffer an attack and from the Soviets at 20R3 with 12 firepower reduced to half, hidden target, with the modifier of +2, wooden house, -1, hero. 8 + 1, 9, without success. Squad moves from 20S7 to R6. German stacking at 20U7 moves to W6, 20W5 to W4, 20V6 to W4, 20A6 to BB6. Squad from 20CC5 to DD5, 20DD4 to E5. Squad at 20E4 will attempt a smoke grenade at DD3. 6, without success, and this unit ends its activity in this movement phase. Second squad will attempt the same feat. 5, without success. The last squad accompanied by the leader 10-2 will attempt the same maneuver. 2, success and the smoke screen is deposited at 20 DD3 and the stacking continues to E3. In this hex they are attacked by a fire group of Soviet units on the first and second levels of 20A4. The attack will be with 12 firepower +2, smoke -1, FFN. 7 + 1, 8, 1 morale check. 6 + 1, 7, The leader passes, and there is a possibility of activating the Soviet sniper. 7-1, 6, the squad also passes. At this point, the Germans could perform an overrun on the Soviet leader at 20E2 but choose not to do so to avoid going through the necessary normal test check which could activate the booby trap attack. The German stack continues to hex 20DD1 forcing the Soviet half squad to stay under the DAIM marker. This stack thought about recovering the Soviet machine gun at 20GG2 but gave up because this Soviet machine gun already has a break exponent of 11 and, when used by enemy forces, this exponent would be lowered to 9 for malfunction and elimination of 10. Defensive fire phase. Fire from Soviet units in 20Z4 and lower deck of A4 on Germans in CC5 with 44 firepower reduced to 20, hidden target, +2, wooden house. 5 + 2, 7, 2 morale checks and Germans lose concealment marker. One of the leaders is pinned and the other has morale broken beyond the possibility of Soviet sniper activation. 6. Soviet sniper is not activated. Advancing fire phase. No actions. Rout phase. Leader from 20cc5 to DD5. Soviets in 20E1 to upper floor of FF2. Advance phase. German units under concealment marker in 20BB6 to A6. Stacking in 20E4 to E5. 20DD1 to DD2 entering close combat. Stacking in 20W6 to W5. Close combat phase. Hex 20DD2 ambush check. Germans -2 leader. Soviets no modifiers. Germans 1 -2 -1. Soviets 3 ambush occurs. Germans will attack with a force of 9 against one of the Soviets in a ratio of 8-1 -3 ambush and leader, which practically guarantees the elimination of the Soviets. 9-3, 6, the Soviet leader is eliminated. The units in 20BB6 meet the necessary prerequisites and receive the concealment marker. The exception is the squad with broken morale. 2 squads in 20DD5 receive the concealment marker. The units in 20E5 recover the concealment marker. The squad in 20S7 receives this marker. The German stack in 20W4 also recovers this marker. The Soviet units in 20Z3 also recover the concealment marker. Rally phase Soviet turn 6. Wind change, no wind change. Attempt at autorally by Soviet units in 20Z2 with the modifiers of +2, autorally, -1, wooden house. 3. The Soviet squad recovers morale. Attempt at rally by Soviet units in 20Z3 with the modifiers of -1, leader, -1, building. 12. The Soviet leader is injured and becomes a 7-0 leader. 9-2, 7, the squad recovers morale. Soviet leader's injury severity assessment. 6, the leader is eliminated and the units in this stack that have morale lower than the morale of the eliminated leader must undergo the leader loss morale check. In this case, the morale of the eliminated leader was 7 after the injury and is equal to the morale of the squads in this hex and lower than the morale of the other leader in this same hex. Therefore, this stack will not suffer the LLMC. Half squad rally attempt in 20BB6 with the modifiers of -1, leader, -1, building. 8-2, 6, the half squad recovers morale. German leader rally attempt in 20DD5 with the modifiers of +4, the aim, +1, autorally, -1, building. 7 plus 4, 11. The leader does not recover morale. Prep fire phase. Firing from the stack at various levels of 20Z4 on A6 with 40 firepower reduced to 20 because the target is under the concealment marker. The modifier will be +2, wooden house. 8 plus 2, 10. 1 morale check. The German units lose the concealment marker and the machine guns maintain the firing rate. 11 plus 1, 12. The leader's morale is broken. 7 plus 1, 8. The squad is pinged. 6 plus 1, 7. The half squad passes and there is a possibility of activating the Soviet sniper. 1. The larger Soviet sniper is activated. This sniper will attack a random unit in the German stack at 20W5. The German leader is eliminated and one of the squads has its morale broken. With the elimination of the German leader, with a morale of 8, all units with a morale lower than 8 must undergo the morale test for the loss of the leader with the modifier of +1. It is the modifier of the leader with the inverted sign. 7 plus 1, 8. The first squad has broken morale. 8 plus 1, 9. The second squad has broken morale. Fire from stack at 20 A4 on German stack at A6 with 30 firepower +2, wooden house. 7 plus 2, 9, 1 morale check. 9 plus 1, 10, German leader breaks again and is eliminated. 9 plus 1, 10, squad breaks. 7 plus 1, 8, half squad should be pinned but Jim considers morale broken. Movement phase. 20Z3 to A3 in assault movement. Irregular movement of squad 6 to 8 on lower deck from 20Z4 to Z3. This unit had fired in prep fire phase and could not fire again. Leader 9-1 at 20 A4 moves to Z2. Hero accompanied by 2 squads moves from 20 R4 to R3. The remaining squad moves to the gully at 20 Q4. Defensive fire phase. No actions. Advancing fire phase. No actions. Rout phase. German squad with broken morale at 20 A6 moves to DD5. Half squad at 20 A6 moves to BB6. Advance phase. No actions. Close combat phase. Soviet units at 20 R3 recover morale. Jim places a concealment marker on the squad in the gully at 20 Q4 in an irregular manner. The gully is not a concealment terrain. On the other hand, this squad is not in line of sight of any enemy unit in good order and is less than 16 hexes from the enemy units. On the table of concealment we see that this Soviet squad fits into condition K where this unit can acquire the concealment marker after getting a result less than or equal to 5 when rolling one die with the modifier of +3, which is the value of the squad size. The leader 9-1 and one of the squads in 20Z to recover the concealment marker. Alright friends, with the start of the rally phase of the German phase of the 7th turn, let's end this episode. In this turn, the strategic situation has changed very little, with the Germans trying to slowly approach the Soviet fortress, while the Soviets concentrate most of their available forces in this area. The German forces have not yet managed to organize themselves properly and are repeatedly struck down every time they approach the Soviet fortress by the wooden houses. We hope that in this next turn, the Germans can make a concentrated effort and approach with all available units within the Soviet firing line, diluting the firepower across several targets. The Germans have already lost 4 leaders and 4.5 squads, while the Soviets have lost simply half of this, which shows a frightening trend if this trend is confirmed. An interesting point is the fact that the objective building 20S6, which seemed extremely safe in German hands, is potentially threatened by the Soviet forces in 20R3 and Q4. With only 4 turns left in this battle, all the pressure is on the German forces, which have ahead of them the Herculean task of occupying the fortress 20Z4 by eliminating all the Soviet units that are there. Garrison while maintaining undisputed dominance of the S6 objective building. I hope to see you soon. Eat the super rich.